Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Emily and this is Ready Steady Sew. So I'm back. I've managed to film another video for you. I'm doing quite well. I've done 2 now. So yeah, we're on a roll. Today's video is all about my sewing in January 2022. I think I've done rather well. I've managed to sew 4 things in January, which I'm really impressed with. I think it helps that 3 of the 4 were quite easy. They were quite simple projects. But yeah, I've made 4 things, so I'm really proud of myself for making 4. I will tell you all about them, and I will start with what I'm wearing. So this is the Nielsen Yara sweatshirt, or Yara. There you go. I'm sure lots of you have seen this or made this. It is a very popular pattern on Instagram or in the sewing community. I will pop a picture in of me wearing it so you can see what it looks like properly. But the fabric I used was an Atelier Brunette French Terrier sweatshirting. It is quite lightweight. It's not as heavy as a lot of other sweatshirting fabrics, but I know this fabric has been very popular in the sewing community. I know quite a few of the sewing vloggers and Instagrammers and whoever else have made basically identical sweatshirt to me. I know Kath from Cathcraft, made by Cathcraft, has got one as well, so I'm in good company with this. But I love this fabric when it was first released. Absolutely loved it, but again, having no money, I couldn't justify buying it. So I talked my very lovely boyfriend into buying me some for Christmas. So he bought me 1.5 meters of this fabric, and he bought me 0.5 meter of the matching ribbon. And it was the first thing I made in January. I got it sewn up straight away. So I chose to make the Nielsen Yara sweatshirt. And I think this has become probably my favourite sweatshirt pattern. I've got the paper pattern, and it comes in sizes 0 to 20. So the sizing is bust 32 for a size 0 up to a 46 for a size 20. It's a 24 waist up to a waist 38, hip 34 up to a hip of 48. But I know Nielsen does do a curve range as well. I'm not sure what size that goes up to. I want to say 30, but I might be wrong. But I know she does a curve range where she has an extended size range as well. Well, I really like this pattern, and I think it's a good value for money because you get 4 different variations, if you can see them very well there. But you get 4 different sweatshirt variations. On the back as well, you can see the different variations. There's the normal sweatshirt, if you like, which is the one I've made here. There's a kind of a dipped hem version. There's the tie front version, which is what the model's wearing here, and I have made that version before. And then view D is like a funnel neck and split sleeves. So this is view A that I've made. My measurements put me in a size 18, but I know this top is oversized, so I made a size 16, and that fits me really, really nicely. And I love it because I only needed 1.5 meters of fabric. Because I used ribbon for the neckline, cuffs and the hemband, 1.5 meters of fabric was plenty. I had a little bit left over. So it doesn't take a lot of fabric either, which is great. I chose to make view A, which is the kind of basic sweatshirt, but I add 3 inches of length to the bodice front and back because I think it comes a bit cropped on me. I'm about 5'6", 5'5", 5'6", so I'm not mega tall, but I'm not short either. But it comes up a little bit cropped, and I don't like cropped clothes. I like my sweatshirts to be long, like to my hips. So I added 3 inches of length to the bodice front and back, but that's the only alteration I made, and I really like this top. It fits me perfectly. Yeah, as I say, this fabric's lovely. It's really good quality. I like the weight of it as well because it's, you know, it's thick, but it's not overly thick. It's not too heavy. And the matching ribbon does match it perfectly. It looks like it's a black background, but it's actually a dark navy blue with a nice, you know, look like peaches almost, but I don't think they are, just splodges of colour. But yeah, this was my first make of the year, and I'm really, really proud of it. And it's possibly one of my favourite things I've ever made. I reach for it every time it's clean and I wear it. I've worn it so many times already, so it's a really good make. So this is make number 1. So make number 2 from January was the Friday Pattern Company Adrienne blouse. I'll pop a picture in of the pattern here so you can see it. I'll show you the one I've made, but I will pop in proper pictures as well so you can see it more clearly. I have to remember which way round it goes. Yeah, that's the right way. So this is, well, I've not held it very well there. This is my top. It's one of them tops that looks better on than it does on camera. You have to wear it to get the full effect. But yeah, I made it in a kind of teal colour viscose jersey, which I got from Lamazzi Fabrics. It's really nice quality jersey. I love the colour. It's a really simple top. I haven't got the instructions printed out because I've got it as a PDF pattern, and I try not to print my instruction booklet out if I don't have to. So I can't tell you what the measurements are, but I know Friday Pattern Company go from like an extra small, and this either goes to a 4X or a 7X, and their sizes are really inclusive. So there's a really huge size range in this, so it's worth having a look at. As I say, it's a really easy pattern to make. There's only 3 pieces. You've got your front and back, which is the same. You've got your sleeve piece, and then you've got your binding piece, basically. I've also put a label in, which makes me laugh because it's a swear word. So Mum, if you watch this, don't be offended. But it makes me laugh because if you look at the sewing of where I've sewn it in, it's really not what it says. So yeah, I made this. It's really easy to come together. Did I make an extra large? I think I made an extra large, and I like it, but it's got negative ease. The pattern has negative ease, and I've used a viscose jersey, and so that shows every lump and bump that I have. Now, when I don't look at myself in it, it's absolutely fine, but when I do look at myself in it, I start to go, I need to lose some weight. So I think if I made it again, I'd either try a cotton jersey or I would size up. The viscose jersey works nicely for the sleeve because obviously the sleeve piece is absolutely huge. You need that drape for the sleeve to work properly. So yeah, so viscose jersey works better, I think, than a cotton jersey will, but it's not as flattering on. But I do like the top. As I say, it's really easy to make, really simple to make. I used bra strap elastic actually in the top. It's the only elastic I had that was the right measurement, so I used that, and it actually helps because it kind of stays on your shoulder better. It kind of sticks better on your shoulder. And then I think I just used some small elastic, thin elastic in the cuffs. But yeah, this is my second make of the year. I've not worn it yet because, as I say, it shows all my lumps and bumps off, but I do like it and I will wear it at some point. And I do love the sleeve. The sleeve is huge. It does also on the pattern tell you how to make it smaller if you don't like all the volume. But yeah, make number 2 was the Adrian blouse from Friday Pattern Company. And if you watched my previous video, you will know that it was one of my 9 patterns that I wanted to get sewn this year. So I'm very pleased that I've managed to do that. And I've used up another fabric from my stash. So make number 3 from January was one that is a Mccall's pattern. So I've tried to do one of my big 4 patterns and use one of those up. And it is Mccall's M7967. As I said, this is a hugely popular pattern. I feel like everybody just about has made it. I made the top because I wanted to twirl it. I didn't need to twirl the skirt. I made the top of view A. So if you look at the pattern, look at the bottom. View A basically has elasticated, no, it doesn't have elasticated sleeves. It has bound sleeves. It has a bound neckline, no ruffles. It's quite plain. So I went for view A. It reminds me, as I was making it, it's different, but it's very similar to the By Hand London Hannah dress. It had some similarities to that, especially about the neckline binding and stuff. So as I say, I twirled the top, a top version. So I read some blog posts about it, and someone on there said they made a top when they cut the skirt at 23 centimetres. So I cut all the other pieces out as normal, and I cut the skirt at 23 centimetres in length. I think maybe I should have cut it a little bit longer, but I'll talk about that in a second. So let me show you. I'll hold it up, but I will put photos in as well. Again, it's one that you kind of need to see on to get the full effect. But that's it. It's not a very flattering angle. That's it, if you like. So it is, I mean, I use leopard print fabric, obviously, because it's me. So it's basically a crossover top with really, again, huge sleeves, another top with massive sleeves. And then, because I've just cut the skirt as a top, it's more of a peplum top, to be honest. So I was between 2 sizes, so I sized down because I'd read that it was big, and I'm glad I did size down. And I mean, it's okay. It says to interface the neckline binding, which I did, but I don't think you need to. It's made it. I mean, I probably used it too heavy interfacing, but I think you could get away with it just being uninterfaced. I mean, it'll be drapey, but the whole top's drapey, and I think that weight just kind of drags it. So I think when I make it again, I'm not going to interface the binding around the neck because it's just made it really heavy. I definitely need to add some length to the bodice pieces. When I tried it on, I put a photo of me wearing it. It's not a very flattering photo, so I do apologise. But the kind of bust line sits literally here, just under my boobs, and it should be slightly lower. I know it's supposed to be kind of empire line, but it needs to be a bit lower, so I'm going to add 1 inch or 2 onto the length, definitely. And I'll probably add 1 inch or 2 onto the skirt to make the top. And thinking about it, I think if I was to make the dress, I would maybe need to add some length to the skirt for the dress because it looks like it would come up quite short. So I think I'd probably just add like an extra 5-6 inches and just chop it off wherever I feel like. So as I say, it wasn't too difficult to make actually. It's not a particularly difficult top to make. Lots of gathering involved. If you don't like gathering, you won't enjoy making it. So you have to gather the sleeves, the raglan sleeves, and they kind of get gathered into the space between the front and back, and then you attach the bind. You kind of have to attach your binding to work out where you need, how much you need to gather it. And then obviously the skirt is gathered a lot. But I did enjoy making it, and it was nice to use a big 4 pattern. I thought the instructions were okay. I found them quite easy to follow, but I have been sewing for 6, 7, 8 years now. Yeah, I mean, there's little things they don't tell you on the instructions that more independent companies do. But it's okay. It's an okay pattern. As I say, I need to make some adaptations to it to get it to fit me properly, which I will do at some point, but not right away. But yeah, that's the pattern that I made. Let me just tell you the sizes. Now, I have the large to extra, extra large pattern. Here it is. So the bust goes, well, it gives you the sizes from extra small up to extra, extra large. So they're the sizes. So the bust goes from a 29.5 to 30.5 inches up to a 46 to 48 inches. The waist goes from 22, 23 inches up to 39 to 41.5 inches. And the hip goes from a 31.5 to 32.5 inches up to 48 to 50 inch hip. So as I say, I've got the large, is it large to extra, extra large pattern, but you can get the small, extra small to medium as a separate pattern as well. It just depends what your measurements fit into. But that was make 3. It was the M7969 pattern by Mccall's. My final January make was another of Megan Nielsen's Yara sweatshirts. I'll put the pattern here for you to see, and I'll put a picture of me wearing it. But this one I made on a bit of a whim. I think I'd finished making the Mccall's pattern, and I was like, I don't know what to make. I don't want to start a big project. I like to do something I can finish in January just because it makes it easier. And so I thought I will make myself a leopard print sweatshirt. I thought I love the fit of the Yara sweatshirt. I'm always reaching for this one I'm wearing now. So wouldn't it be nice if I had another one in my wardrobe that I could wear as well? So I made it in this leopard print French terry that I bought 2 or 3 years ago from a fabric shop that's now closed down. But yeah, it's a French terry, and it's a similar weight to this fabric, so it's really nice. It is quite similar. I say it's a leopard print French terry. I used a black ribbon for the neckband and cuffs and for the hem. And I also decided to put on a little rosy cheek label on the hem this time. So I made this, and then on the other side it says, I can do anything. You can see that, I can do anything. I just thought it would be a bit different rather than putting it on the neck for a change. But yeah, this is a sweatshirt. As I say, I'll put photos of me wearing it so you can see it properly. But I made it exactly the same as this one. So I made view A. I added 3 inches of length to the front and back. Size 16. It's exactly the same as the one I'm wearing now, just leopard print fabric, not a Telly Brunette fabric. But yeah, really pleased with it, really comfy, love it. And I will probably make a few more of these sweatshirts over the course of the year, however long I'm sewing for. It's a great pattern. So that is everything that I've made in January. I'm really pleased with the 4 things I made, especially my Yara sweatshirts. Let me know what you've made below. Let me know if you've made any of the things that I've made as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will subscribe and give this video a like if you do, and click the bell notification if you want to know when I release a video again. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye.